Okay, guys, I'm gonna rank all the 2019 Star Wars content. So that means I'm gonna do all the based on for 4 of them. It's gonna be based on how anticipated I am for them, and for Star Wars Resistance because for season 1 because that's already out. I'll just be countering in what I like. So one of them is flat out do I like it, do I not, and the rest are I'm going based on anticipation. So, but coming in 5th place, the one I'm is probably gonna be Star Wars Resistance. That's unfortunate because even before we got Resistance, I didn't really understand where they were going with that. And when I saw the show, it didn't really disappoint because I didn't really have that much high expectations, rather low. Didn't really like the turns, how it went. So I definitely still think the 4 other ones will surpass it. I'm not sure, but that's my thought process. But coming in 4th place is going to be the Cassian Andor show. These 4 I'm all intrigued about. These 4 I'm all like, that kind of sparks my interest. And here it does because I feel like Cassian Andor was kind of an interesting, probably obviously really interesting character from Rogue One, and seeing him expanded his story through television. And I'm excited to see K2SO again and see more of that era between New Hope or between episode 3 and episode 4. Because we got Rebels, but I didn't think it was that good. So I'm excited to see a more grittier version of that story, or timeline. More focus on the rebels than just a band of rebels. More except the true rebel alliance, and that intrigues my interest. Except just these 3 intrigue a little bit more because that's the only hook. I just feel like the top 3 are just so intriguing to me. The top 3 are just ones that I just actually am super hyped about. This one is more or less, if that's the direction you're going to, that could be interesting. But coming in 3rd place for me is going to be The Mandalorian. I don't know. It's Mandalorian, but yet I'm more skeptical about Star Wars Episode 9. I'm not really skeptical about The Mandalorian, but I'm more anticipating Episode 9 than I am Mandalorian, so I'll just put Mandalorian 3rd. And for that sake, I am intrigued to see where a Mandalorian goes. It's supposed to take place between Episode 6 and Episode 7. In that case, we never really explored that time, really. So I'm excited to see a deeper exploration of that time period. A bigger explanation of kind of because a Mandalorian has such a rich background, such a rich history, is because it was a peaceful planet. Then it got into civil war. Then it was led by Sith warriors, And then it was by the Empire, and so a Mandalorian already has a lot of depth to it, and you're introducing a lot of flavors to mix with Taika Waititi. Is going to be a droid, and just a bunch of other characters that will just flavor in that extra nuance and enjoyment. So I am really enjoying. But coming in 2nd place is going to be Star Wars Episode 9. It's just, I'm almost anticipating it for almost all the wrong reasons. I'm anticipating it to see how the story concludes. I'm excited. I'm anticipating it to see how JJ wraps up the trilogy. See it if he can fix all the mistakes of Last Jedi. If he can, like, I'm in the boat where Star Wars Last Jedi was not a train wreck. Yeah, I made bad decisions. Maybe more permanent ones. But it's not like I can never watch a Star Wars movie the same. No, it's still a movie where it's like I can watch it the same. It's not atrocious. But no, as I still feel like Episode 9 is still anticipatable for, because I do like Force Awakens. I'm not going back on how the trilogy has been. I'm going back on JJ's work. And if we're going based on JJ's Star Wars work, The Force Awakens was not bad. I like Force Awakens in the sense that I think he can wrap it up. And with that insurance, it's just like, do you like Star Wars? And I'm like, hell yeah. Do you like Star Wars movies and Skywalker saga and all that? Hell yeah. So that's why you gotta anticipate it. Like, people are like, you can't hold a strong suit forever. Sometimes you gotta let it loose and just confess that you love Star Wars. But first for me is gonna be Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Season 7. I mean, guys, you know what? If you subscribe to the channel, you watch my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of The Clone Wars. I think all 6 seasons have fantastic elements, fantastic arcs, fantastic characters. I love the way they tell the Clone Wars. So going to Season 7, I'm not really skeptical because I kind of have an idea where they're going. They're probably finishing the unfinished episodes and doing the Siege of Mandalore, in which I'm naturally intrigued because you're taking my favorite show and adding, it may be 12 episodes, but I feel like they're 12 good episodes. I don't care how many. You could give me one more Clone Wars episode, and it better be good, and then just naturally just soak it all in. And that's something I've always been able to do with Clone Wars is there's some of the greatest episodes are only 22 minutes long. It doesn't take much to be a good Clone Wars episode. That's something Clone Wars is able to do. It's able to give you just a good, enjoyable episode, a good, enjoyable story in 22 minutes. What it's also good as doing is telling you a long, big story in arc of 4 episodes, so it doesn't feel at any point rushed. And Season 7 is going to be 3 different story arcs with 4 episodes, so it won't feel rushed. And I know this. I think I have a good idea where the story's going with each arc, because I think it's going to be the Utapau arc, the Bad Batch arc, and the Siege of Mandalore arc. All 3 of those arcs that I've heard of. Well, I've seen the unfinished episodes of 2, but as far as Siege of Mandalore, I've only heard good things of that. And if you've seen from my top 10 Clone Wars arcs, they were in that. So naturally, I gravitate towards that. It's not like I'm a shock collector. It has nothing to do with that's a movie or that's a TV show. I just love Clone Wars. So yeah, that's my ranking of all 6 2019 content coming out. I know there's a game coming out. Like, I don't play games or video games, but so that would naturally be last. So yeah.